Hi there, everyone. How are you all today? I hope everyone is doing fine. Welcome back to my English class. Today, we are learning Students' Book Get Smart +3 or the textbook on page 27. This one. Okay? In today's lesson, we shall be learning how to ask questions using the question word what and to answer questions in the present continuous tense. In Bahasa Malaysia, the question word what means apakah. Apakah. Now, let's start with the question. In order to form the question correctly, you need to remember the question order. Begin your question with what, then the verb to be, followed by the subject, and verb with ing. And don't forget the question mark. Remember, the question order. Begin with what, and then the verb to be, followed by the subject, and the verb with ing. And don't forget the question mark. And now the answer. To answer the question, begin your answer with the correct subject. Then the verb to be, followed by verb with ing, and sometimes you have to add in the object. And don't forget the full stop. Remember, begin your answer with the subject, followed by the verb to be, and then the verb with ing. And sometimes you have to plus the object. And remember your full stop. Let's start with the singular subjects. First, to ask a question. Remember, begin your question with the question word what. Then the verb to be for singular subjects is. What is, or in contraction form, what's. And the subject examples of singular subjects are he, she, it, the boy, and Ali. We'll just take one example, he. And the verb with ing, do plus ing become doing. And don't forget the question mark. What is or what's he doing? Apakah yang dia sedang buat? And now to answer the question. Remember, begin your answer with the correct subject. Look at the question. The subject here is he. So, you need to start your answer with he. Then, the verb to be. For he is. Or, in contraction form, his. And the verb with ing, for example, jump. Plus ing become jumping. And don't forget your full stop. He is or he's jumping. Dia sedang melompat. And the question here, what is or what's he doing? Answer, he is or he's jumping. Now, the plural subjects. First, to ask a question. Begin your question with the question word what. And then the verb to be for plural subject is are. And the subject, examples of plural subjects are they, we, Ali and Abu, the boys. We'll just take one example, they. And the verb with ing, do plus ing becomes doing. And don't forget the question mark. What are they doing? Apakah yang mereka sedang buat? And now to answer the question. Begin your answer with the correct subject. Look at the question. The subject here is they. So you need to begin your answer with they. Then the verb to be for they is are. They are, or in the contraction form, there. And the verb with ing, example, play. Plus ing becomes playing. And the object, example, football. Don't forget the full stop. They are or they are playing football. Mereka sedang bermain bola sepak. Question, what are they doing? Answer, they are or they are playing football. And now the special subjects, I and you. First, we'll look at I. To ask a question, begin your questions with the question word what. Then the verb to be for special subject I is am. And the subject I. Then the verb with ing, do plus ing becomes doing. And don't forget the question mark. What am I doing? Apakah yang sedang saya buat? And the answer. Begin your answer with the correct subject. Now, look at the question. The question is asking I. You can't use I to answer the question. Instead, you need to use the opposite subject, you. And the verb to be for you is are. You are, or in contraction form, you are. Then the verb with ing, example, sing, plus ing becomes singing. And don't forget the full stop. You are or you are singing. Awak sedang menyanyi. Question, what am I doing? Answer, you are or you are singing. Now, the second special subject, you. First, to ask a question, begin your question with the question word what. Then, the verb to be for special subject, you is are. And the subject, you. Then, the verb with ing, do plus ing becomes doing. And don't forget your question mark. What are you doing? Apakah yang awak sedang buat? And the answer. Begin your answer with the correct subject. Now, look at the question. The question is asking you. You can't use you to answer the question. Instead, you need to use the opposite subject, I. And the verb to be for I is am. I am, or in contraction form, I'm. And the verb with ing, example, play. Plus ing becomes playing. And the object, example, badminton. And don't forget the full stop. I am or I'm playing badminton. Saya sedang bermain badminton. Question, what are you doing? Answer, I am or I'm playing badminton. Now, let's do some practices together. In this practice, I'm going to show you some pictures. First, look at the picture and the phrase given. Then, ask a question based on the picture using the question word what. Then, answer the question based on the picture in the simple present continuous tense. The first picture. Look at the picture and the phrase given. Make a cake. First, ask a question based on the picture. Remember the question order. Begin your question with what? Then the verb to be. Look at the picture. In the picture, there's only one person. We can either use the singular or special subject. Let's use the singular subject. The verb to be for singular subject is good, is, what is, or in the contractions form, yes, what's. What is or what's. And the subject, we will use mom for the subject. And verb with ing, doing. And don't forget the question mark. What is or what's mom doing? Now, to answer the question, remember, begin your answer with the correct subject. Look at the question. Which is the subject? Yes, mom is the subject. Mom is a lady or a woman, so we can use she instead of mom. And the verb to be for she is yes, is. She is, or in the contraction form, she's. And the verb with ing, drop the e plus ing, it becomes making. And the object, a cake. And don't forget the full stop. She is or she's making a cake. Question, what is or what's mom doing? Answer, she is or she's making a cake. The second picture. Look at the picture and the phrase given. Water the plants. First, ask a question based on the picture. Begin your question with yes, what? Then the verb to be. Look at the picture. In the picture, there are two people. So, the subject is plural. The verb to be for plural subject is good, are. And the plural subject, example, the boys. And the verb with ing, doing. And don't forget the question mark. What are the boys doing? And the answer. Begin your answer with the correct subject. Look at the question. Which is the subject? Yes, the boys. Instead of the boys, we can use good, there. And the verb to be for there is yes, are. They are, or in the contraction form, there. And the verb with ing, water plus ing becomes watering, and the object, the plants. And don't forget the full stop. They are or the watering the plants. Now, the question, what are the boys doing? Answer, they are or they are watering the plants. The third picture. Look at the picture and the phrase given. Do gymnastics. First, ask a question based on the picture. Begin your question with yes, what? Then the verb to be. In the picture, there's only one person. Let's use the special subject you. The verb to be for you is yes, good, are. And the subject, yes, good, you. And verb with ing, yes, doing. And remember the question mark. What are you doing? And to answer the question, begin your answer with the correct subject. Look at the question. Which one is the subject? Yes, you is the subject. Can we use you to answer the question? No, right? Then what do we use? Very good, I. And the verb to be for I is very good, am. I am or in contraction form? Yes, I'm. Now the verb with ing, do plus ing becomes very good, doing. And the object? Yes, gymnastic. And remember the full stop. I am or I'm doing gymnastics. Now the question, what are you doing? And the answer, I am or I'm doing gymnastics. The fourth picture. Look at the picture and the phrase given. Play the piano. First, ask a question based on the picture. Begin your question with good, what? Then the verb to be. In the picture, there's only one person. Let's use the special subject I. The verb to be for I is yes, very good, am. And the subject, yes, I. And the verb with ing, yes, good, doing. And remember your question mark. What am I doing? Now, the answer. Begin your answer with the correct subject. Look at the question. Which one is the subject? Yes, I is the subject. Can we use I to answer the question? No, right? Instead, we need to use very good, you. And the verb to be for you is very good, are. You are or in contraction form? Yes, you are. And now the verb with ing, play plus ing becomes yes, very good, playing. And the object, very good, the piano. And remember the full stop. You are or you are playing the piano. Question, what am I doing? Answer, you are or you are playing the piano. Well, we have come to the end of our lesson for today. Children, you may do more exercises in your workbook Get Smart Class 3 on page 19. Activity 1 and Activity 2. Try to do this page, okay? That's all for today. See you all again in our next lesson. Bye!